Oh, I need another sneeze. This is bad news. But let's get into this. So we got OSM versus Monkeymoon, who is currently the second highest rated PS4 player. Monkeymoon, that is. Second highest rated PS4 player. And he's going up against OSM. Because OSM is tier 3 subscribed again. And he wanted me to analyze this replay. This was one that he chose. So really quickly, if you don't know what this is, if somebody tier 3 subscribes to my Twitch channel, don't confuse that with a YouTube sub or a normal Twitch sub, you can send me a Rocket League replay, or as I've said before, you know, just any sort of Rocket League length replay. If it's a replay of you washing dishes in the morning for 5 minutes and you want me to analyze it, as long as it's clean content, I'm down. You know, I'll commentate that. I'll give you some sick analysis. But yeah, let's take a look at this replay that OSM sent me with him and Monkeymoon. Thanks to the 500 bits. So Dorian1016, I appreciate that. Starting things off with a direct kickoff goal. OSM just dipping a bit too far to the side there. Excuse me. What up, Sir Boozy? How you doing? You got up to number 5 and then you lost a few. Okay, OSM. I'll keep that in mind. Last time that OSM was, or last time I analyzed an OSM replay was against Fairy Peak, and he was struggling in kickoffs, if I recall. I forgot what the reason was. Just one review per tier 3. I'm already like 50 reviews behind. There's so many people have tier 3 subscribed, so I can't be doing it more than that. Nice demo there. The range that we go for a flick here is pretty decent. Let's talk about this offensive move. So first of all, running up the wall, making a jump maneuver just to evade a potential demo, because obviously players do look for demos when they're behind you. And usually you'd hear me say something in like, if you're a frequent watcher of my replays, well, one thing I need to tell you right now is yes, I do pause a lot. That's kind of the point. Get over it. And number 2, I often criticize players for dribbling too straight at the goal, but here it's actually fine. And the reason for that is because Monkeymoon he's clearly in our vision. We can see what he's doing, so we don't need to know. We don't need to dribble this off target because Monkeymoon's not in the goal. Usually players will shadow more directly between you and their goal, and that's why you need to dribble off target so you can see past them. Good distance to start the flick from. Notice that OSM's actually jumped just inside the halfway line, and the flick is therefore hitting the goal area as he's landing at the edge of the box, which is really good because he can recover and actually contest the ball in every situation that he misses. If he flicked that same power from close range and hit the bar, then Monkeymoon would just get a free goal on the counter attack. So all in all, a very good attack, good recovery demo. Monkeymoon needs to be more careful of those in the future. So let's take a look what Monkeymoon sees here. He looks like he's going to go for the same strategy that OSM did. And you can see the difficulty, well, not really the difficulty, but the potential difficulty that Monkeymoon could have had if OSM was shadowing correctly here. Monkeymoon would be completely blind. OSM shadowing is actually
hardly ever
a little bit off here.
Your stream, but I love all your YouTube videos. I've been saving my $1 just for you.
Thanks, Shocks135 for the 500 bits. I appreciate that, and the kind words also. This is OSM's replay. Yeah. But do you guys see what I mean with this attack? Holy cow! What is this from Monkeymoon? This is very interesting. So he's faking. He's actually made it look like he's just going to go for an air dribble, and then at the last second dodged it. That is very hard to stop reactively. But OSM's shadowing is a bit out of line here, and that's what makes it easier for Monkeymoon to well, flick at the right time or make his own play. I think shadowing a bit more to the right here makes sense, because if you look at where Monkeymoon's vision is, he can't see what's directly in front of him. He can see you if you're off to the side here. So this is actually a totally good chance to just dip into his blind spot, make him think about, oh, wait a minute, what's OSM doing? Is he slowing down? Is he speeding up? Is he turning around? Is he going to go back to goal? What's going on here? That's another reason to shadow directly between your opponent and your near post. If you look right there, then OSM would be in a much better position. This is actually a really tough position to shadow from. It works out though, because Monkeymoon has also hit the crossbar. Yeah, you do sometimes want to mix that up and shadow from a different angle, just to surprise the opponent. Right, we're going for a mind game. A little bit of a mind game at the edge of the box here. It's a Good hitbox by OSM, winning my goal this time. Looks like we got a bit of a replay bug by on the camera.
Dear Johnny,
Monkey Man.
thank you being a huge source of entertainment in my life.
You're welcome, man.
It's been quite the day after losing my job of years, but I know I can always count on a great stream, so thank you.
You're losing your job of 4.5 years. Mate, I'm glad that I can be here to help you through that, what must be a pretty rough day, but I'm sure you're going to get it back on track, man. And yeah, best of luck to you. Thanks for the 15 months of support. That's insane. I really do appreciate that. Do not hesitate to let that streak drop, because you've got to look after yourself, more importantly, or most importantly, I should say. But I'm sure you're going to get a better job, is what I should say. So I like that 50-50 strat by OSM. Both of OSM's offensive moves so far this game have been pretty safe. This is far from safe though in defense. Don't know why we don't just challenge this ball and keep it out of the danger area. This looks like a pretty free touch to me. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the 20 bits, Wolf the stream, saying notice me. Well, there you go. I noticed. I am indeed more likely to notice if you just at JohnnyBoyMe in chat rather than cheering with 20 bits. Nice recovery there. Or I shouldn't say like perfect, but you know, decent. Like dodging to the left here obviously lands our ball on this side of the, or lands our car on this side of the ball, which enables us to get a boost immediately afterwards. Oh, never mind. We're just going to avoid the demo. I think we probably could have got the boost there, and then yeah, the boost is gone. How do we know that? Because well, one, it's not there in the replay, but don't always trust replays. Two, Monkey Moon took it about 5 seconds ago. They respawn every 10 seconds. That's why we didn't go for it. I was a bit confused. I was like, we could have just taken that boost, I'm pretty sure. But we didn't go for it. Good ball pressure anyway. And a nice finish at the other end. So why is it so important to like dribble quickly in 1v1 and 2v2? It's because you're going to get bumped and demoed from behind, so you got to go fast. That's a really interesting landing, actually. I don't know what happened here on the initial landing, but OSM does something really smart here, and I'm sure lots of you guys know about this, but some of you won't, so I'll go ahead and explain it. If you get bumped in Rocket League, you do still have your dodge available. So OSM realized he got bumped here and wave dash it, or I think he wave dashes to get to the ball quicker. Oh no, you didn't. Well, you could have wave dashed. Could have wave dashed there. Monkey Moon's got to be careful, by the way. This is a bit careless of him to... that second bump is pretty hilarious. But yeah, he's got to be careful there not to go too all in for that bump, because if he doesn't get it, this is what happens. Suddenly he's not the one with the boost advantage. How do you become a mod? Oh yeah, we needed one more mod for the 12 Titans qualifier. And 5 Magics was here a lot. So 3-1. Good lead. Kickoffs have been going fairly even. That should probably be a goal for us. Instead, it's going to be a goal for Monkey Moon. Not sure. Let's take a look here at what Monkey Moon sees. Yeah, that should just be a goal. What OSM could do here to make this shot more easy on himself is, like, as he is like shooting this, he could just air roll around the ball, air roll right, dodge left to get a better angle. All right, you see Savage. All right, I don't really need mods right now. Like, even I don't think I need any mods these days. Everything's just like very quiet in here. So yeah, 2-goal miss there on the kickoff. Kickoff after kickoffs are a struggle. Yeah, of course. Kickoffs are probably the most important thing about 1v1, or the most important aspect of ones. This is a risky challenge here. Surprised to see OSM going for this one. This is a very, very risky place to force a challenge up high. This is a bad challenge all right. We're way too high on that ball. It did look like Monkey Moon was about to dribble it down the wall. And by going for a challenge high, we're kind of playing into his hand. That's much better that we're actually in line with the center of gravity of the ball that time. Yeah, earlier on I was commending OSM for his shot selection for the first 2 shots, giving himself a chance to recover on both of them before Monkey Moon could do anything. Alright, there you go. Now, you notice what happened there is Monkey Moon, as he started moving into the goal from the right-hand side, OSM's turning left. He's trying to keep Monkey Moon in his vision while he's dribbling, which is really good. That's something that you need to do while you're dribbling with the ball on top of your car. Much easier to make the right decision if you can see what your opponent is doing, and that's without having to use the right analog stick to look over the top. You just turn right or turn left. You don't need to dribble straight at them to have your car obscured. It's a reasonable challenge by Monkeyman there. OSM very slow to react to it, and he does concede to make it a 3-3. You want to do that 25 subscription or whatever for a review, but you don't understand Twitch. You know, one of my lovely mods will probably explain it to you. Yeah, Twitch could be a very confusing place. I'm not gonna lie, it can be a confusing place. Right, so OSM gets a touch on the ball here as he's leaving the kickoff. Most of you guys will of course know this, but it's very important to make that touch just to make it harder for Monkeymoon to get the ball moving towards OSM's goal quickly. That way OSM can go back into his corner and grab this boost. That's why he's going for that little touch there. Monkeymoon's really throwing this away. He's probably trying to go for a light touch. Oh dear, yeah. Monkeymoon, excuse me. Must be, I've been awake for so long. Monkeymoon must have been going for a soft touch there. It's quite common when you're up on the sidewall like that to try and take a soft touch and then meet the ball once it comes back down the wall. Just follow it down the wall there. I don't think Monkeymoon is an RLRS or anything. I don't even know if he's old enough for RLRS, but he is a very good ones player. So yeah, another bad half volley. Had a couple of bad half volleys, one on a kickoff, one right there. And yeah, it does actually just result in another goal. So we've had 2 half volley misses. That one was awful. That was really bad. If you're finding yourself doing that in your own games, guys, then you're probably just mistiming your run-up. That's the biggest aspect to a half volley. What on earth did Monkeyman just do? Is this a double jump kickoff? It is indeed the double jump kickoff, the classic. Not the best hitbox when you double jump. So OSM going for another dish maneuver. This one doesn't work. Oh, the backwards goal. Do it to decent recovery again. And opting not to go for a demo there. That would have been a cheeky little opportunity to sneak in a demo, because we know that Monkeyman is going to go for that boost. But we're going for more ball pressure, which is something that got us into trouble earlier in the game. Pressuring the ball in the opposition corner. Half flipping through that ball as we challenge it. When you do this, remember that impacting the ball with a backflip actually slows down your car's rotation momentarily, so you don't activate your forward air roll until later through the backflip. And that will help you land on your wheels properly. If you do your normal muscle memory for half flipping, when you're half flipping into a ball, you're probably going to be pointing into the air instead of landing flat. Monkeyman's really not making the most of his opportunities when he's got OSM to beat in defense. Looks like, oh no, it's happened again. I wanted to see what Monkeyman did wrong here. That's why I was pausing it. For goodness sake, I can't find player view. Right, here we go. Okay. Well, this is a side flip volley done badly. So the trick that Monkeyman's trying to pull here is he's trying to feign a half volley. He's trying to fake a half volley setup and then hit the ball in the volley instead and hopefully catch OSM off his line. So that little bounce that you made the ball do there is often followed up with a half volley. And OSM is currently facing the wrong direction. So what Monkeyman wants to do is boost right underneath the ball, and then when he's just underneath it, or underneath the front edge, side flip to the left. And what that does is it turns his car into like a drill, and his car just pushes through the ball multiple times from close range. It's a really good way to volley a ball if the ball is falling, if it's past its highest point of its arc and it's falling down, and you're wanting to hit it up, you side flip to get that lift, because your car, the side of the ball, or the side of your car that you hit the ball with, is currently lifting up into the air. It's lifting up, because that's what happens when you side flip. One side goes up, one side goes down. Hits it with the side that's on the rise. So again, OSM getting Monkeyman in his vision before making an outplay, or attempting an outplay.
105 hype.
Hey, Narco TV, see you in 105. Team 105 is obviously the place to be. Forget 104, those attention-seeking wannabe sitting in the middle hooligans, 105 is definitely a place to be. Nice turnaround here by OSM. This is a very nice power slide turn. Very, very nice. Monkey Moon not expecting that direction to be the one that OSM is going for. It's a good little turnaround there. Our goalkeeper's too good for mid-range shots now. Nobody seems to rip a shot these days. Well, K-Dop and Fairy Peak are the two players who are the best at kind of volleying balls in from that sort of range that we saw Monkey Moon missing the ball. It's definitely still a valid strategy. It's if your opponent is expecting you to half volley, then you can catch them off guard with a full volley. If they're expecting you to set up a volley, you can catch them off guard with probably a dribble flick. If they're expecting you to dribble flick, you can catch them off guard with a half volley. The reason for that is because if they're expecting you to dribble flick, they're going to run away. Then you could just let it bounce and shoot. You know, it's like a rock paper scissors. All depends on what your opponent's expecting. Well, Monkey Moon can't be expecting these plays. These are really nice in the corner plays by OSM. Monkey Moon wasn't even playing that one too badly. He's just trying to make an interception by using the wall. He realized, okay, I can catch that ball, but what he didn't realize is OSM's going to sit on it, so that's really hard to stop. Got like an eyelash on my eye or something. Yeah, yeah. Selling out in Johnny's Discord, or Jack Soccer selling out in my Discord. To sell out in my Discord, it's so funny how many people come to the sellout channel in my Discord, or they try to sell out in my Discord and realize they can't, and then they're like, how do I sell out? They ask in the normal chat, how do I sell out in the Discord? And then somebody's like, you need to sub, and they're like, wow, what a sellout Johnny is. I'm like, you hypocrite. You little hypocrite. Oh dear, Monkey Moon, what's going on here? What is this? What is this? Oh dear. So Monkey Moon's timing is definitely off for this replay. That's not just a full volley that he's completely mistimed, but a half volley as well. That wasn't even with a dodge included. Excellent shot by OSM. Monkey Moon is playing catch up this entire time. OSM started this attack with this touch here, and he realized that there was not really much point in rebounding this. Remember, I always say if you're winning in Rocket League, you shouldn't be taking too many, or you should be taking less risks than you usually do. And this is definitely a risk. If OSM goes for it, it's probably at best Monkey Moon being slow. Is that likely to happen? No. And at worst a 50-50, which is awful. So yeah, we're just fading away, getting the boost seal on the exit, and then the block on Monkey Moon's attempted clear. It's absolutely a thing to do. And then just stay on the ball. This whole time OSM isn't paying attention. Well, he's paying attention to where Monkey Moon is, but he doesn't have to look because he knows if Monkey Moon's boost starved, he can't be right behind me here. I've got time to grab this boost, turn around, and make a play on the ball before he can get there. As long as I play, so he's thinking as long as I can play fast, Monkey Moon, what he does doesn't really matter. OSM shuts down Monkey Moon again in the corner. Monkey Moon's been having a lot of trouble in that corner. He's not really been able to get his offense working. So again, he's just throwing it. He's ruined his chance with the first touch. Oh dear, and the second one. Everything about this is just not good for Monkey Moon. So what he's trying to do is cut the ball down into a bounce dribble, but he doesn't really do anything with it fast enough. He needs to, at this point, either drive underneath the ball on the right-hand side and then side flip while boosting the entire time to rocket the ball towards the top corner with a flick, or he can just drive alongside it, wait for OSM to challenge and side flip into the ball as it's rolling. Those are the two options. He tries to do the first one. See here? He tries to get the front left corner of his car underneath the front right edge of the ball and side flip. So right here, he's trying to wedge underneath that edge and then side flip, because then the right hand side of his car will lift the ball up high, but he's not underneath the ball. When he side flips, he's hit the ball too far in front of him, so there's no contact. It's a small margin, small margins. And then OSM with a very nice piece of control in the middle to make it 7-4. This has definitely been OSM's game to... Wait, what was that? Why? I guess the replay just broke. Well, we're watching for Monkey Moon's player view for the rest of it, so OSM's player view is broken. Very interesting. OSM's doing a ball chase this one. All you need to do when you're winning a game by this much is pressure the ball. The worst thing you can do when you're up by this much is relieve ball pressure. Like go all the way back into defense against a player who's got decent flicks or dribbling skill. because then they can get a goal without, well, it's on their terms pretty much. You're letting them decide, letting them dictate when they're going to flick, when they're going to make a play. You want to be the one who dictates when they make a play. That's why you stay close. Force them to make the right play or attempt the right play earlier than they want to. Because obviously when a player's losing by this much, they want to take shots. They're like, I want to shoot. I need to score. And it's just going to turn into more goals for OSM. We can't, we can go back to the player view. It fixed itself at some point. Monkey Moon's really struggling in this game with a lot of things. His first touch has been off. His conversion rate of his shots and his offensive opportunities has been off. His bumps were not the best. He didn't get very many good bumps there. All in all, though, a good win for OSM. I think that win helped him climb up to number 5 on the leaderboard, if I recall. But he didn't stay there. He did fall back down. So that was OSM's replay. Thanks for sending that one. Thanks for the tier 3 sub as well. Alright, let's see Insane with Yup. Let's see what's going on here. This must be an insane replay, or else it wouldn't have insane in the name. Let's see. Okay. This keeps happening to me. We get into a replay, and then we're like looking at micro machines. I don't have my magnifying glass with me. I don't have my microscope. I don't have my telescope or my reading glasses. So I don't really know what we're looking at here. Very strange camera. Brian, I know you're in chat. What do you think? I want to know, what benefits do you think this camera gives you? Let's hear it. And I'm not doing this to make fun of you. I'm genuinely curious. Insane, he said. Okay. All right. Now. So this is not a bad idea what we're doing here. Just did the wrong flip, of course, and then not a very good run up. So the trick here. No benefits to this camera have since switched. That's good to hear, because I think there are a few benefits to having a camera like this. It's going to throw you off with depth perception and accuracy. Okay, let's talk about this hit here. If we take a more sweeping run up into this hit, basically turn now, so that you can hit the ball earlier. Then this hit into the sidewall is actually going to be really good, because we can boom the ball into the sidewall. It's going to come back into the center circle area, and we could take a shot that's going to be very hard to stop. This is a good choice of move to go for. However, you've jumped really early. Look how early your jump is there. Usually you want to jump like when you're really close to the ball. See that? There's a bit of a delay. Jump. It's like that's the time delay that we heard. It should be more like that's how fast your jump and your dodge needs to be there if you want to catch the ball clean. So that might be something mechanical you need to get down. See that? 1, 2. Not the best if you're wanting to boom that ball from that position. Sometimes you need to leave a longer jump, obviously, if you're just going to jump and then fly a little and then hit the ball. But when it's a half volley, right as the ball bounces, you just want to have that snap, the jump dodge straight after each other. Then probably side flip as well to get that ball into the corner. You don't want to front flip that one. You want to definitely diagonal flip if nothing else. And then when the ball comes back to you, your car is going to have moved in the right direction. Look which way your car is moving when you do this. See that? Front flip's taking you to the left. If you side flip, or at least diagonal front flip to the right here, then your car is going to be in a better position to meet that ball after it hopefully bounces back into the middle of the field. I'd recommend side flipping there. Play the next Johnny Shoe match with this, with these settings. Johnny Shoe match. Very good. Very good stuff. You know, funnily enough, if you recovered your car, you did recover your car into the right angle at some point. Like right there, that was facing the right way. You could have actually got a double touch there. It was possible. You just need to recover really quick. However, I wouldn't usually recommend going for things like this, like a side flip pass, because most of the time this is going to be really easy to save, or just a pass to their goalkeeper if it's really bad for you. What you usually want to do in 2v2 in this position, like the ball's rolling up the wall, there's two options. If the ball's touching the wall, just poke it into the ceiling. Just hit it straight up into the ceiling. It's going to arc off the ceiling and go middle. That way you don't even have to jump off the wall. Great recovery time, minimal boost used, and the ball centered awkwardly. If it's off the wall, what I would recommend is not jumping at all. Fake a wall shot. That guy's probably going to turn around and go for the boost, and then come down the wall as the ball comes down the wall, and then look for an infield pass. That's your two best options there, actually. in my opinion. So not the worst line of shadowing here. What you needed to do, gold 2, okay. What you needed to do here is not turn so early. Look how early you're turning. Look how far away from your goal you are when you turn around. There's all this space to use. Don't be afraid to drive back and turn before driving forward to defend something like this, because what you've done is you've turned early, then you've had to reverse back or try to reverse back into position, then you've panicked and flipped in the direction of the ball, hopefully, and missed it. So yeah, just don't turn so early. Right here, you've realized that this shot is coming in. Well done. All you need to do is drive really far back before turning. Not really far back, but drive further back before turning. The further back you're going to go, the less balls are going to go over your head. Looks like Platt, says someone. I like that you're saying goal and kickoff, even though you have a teammate that's pre-made here. Now, if you're going to do that, Yup probably wants to lose the kickoff. And that's not what he's doing here. This is a very neutral kickoff that he's going for. So if Yup is doing a neutral kickoff like this, you might want to cheat, actually. Because that kickoff is probably staying in the middle most of the time. He's gone for a very blocking style kickoff, and you can cheat there. Okay, good job avoiding the bump as you shoot that open now. Well played. Who was that boy who was trying to tier 3 sub earlier, by the way, and he didn't get it done because it was too confusing? Much better timing. There you go. Side flip, half volley. I love it. That's really good power as well. And it's just gone in. That's why we shoot long distance clears. Well done. Alright, so you've killed the ball as well on your kickoff, and Yup has stayed in goal. Remember, if you are killing the ball, or if you're doing a very neutral kickoff, get your teammate to cheat. Because you guys are pretty good at killing the ball in the middle. Why not pair that up with a little cheat strategy, and then you're going to be able to take the shot here instead of being the ones receiving a shot. Alright, let's go. So that's actually the one time that your kickoff is going to, or that your camera settings are going to come in handy, is we've spotted the other team staying in goal. The one thing I want to say is that there's no need to jump there. If you're worried about hitting the crossbar, because I know that some cars get a higher arc on the ball here than others, Octane doesn't really, but other cars do. And if you're worried that the ball is going to hit the crossbar because you're going too fast in the kickoff and you know you're going to get a shot for free, just slow down. Don't jump, just slow down, because that way you're going to have a faster recovery time. It's very possible to stop somebody staying in goal on a kickoff or not going for the kickoff, even without these camera settings. They help you a little. These camera settings do help, obviously. Alright, let's take a look at this touch here. So, what could we have done here that would have been better than hitting the ball straight down the line? Alright, the play here is to pretty much wait for this ball to bounce and then pop it into the sidewall. Pop it into the sidewall is what you want to do. Control it? Well, yes, control it. Dribble it. But how do we start a bounce dribble here? We pop the ball into the sidewall. Because if you let that ball just bounce out, use the angle that's already there. Look at this angle as the ball comes into you. That ball is moving diagonally. So if we just let it bounce off the front of our car, it's going to move diagonally into the sidewall. Then it's going to bounce into the middle of the field. So you want to use your car. Let's just turn this into a bit of pinball real quick. Let it bounce off our car, bounce off the sidewall and into the middle. And that way, if you look at this space, the ball is going to bounce like here, and then in here, and then you can take a shot from this sort of area. Probably going to go over the top of Must Be Nice. It's going to bounce this way, bounce over him. You can shoot over the top of his head. So does that make sense, Rehan? That's the play you want to make. It's a really, really good play, letting the ball bounce off the sidewall to start bounce dribbles, because from that bounce dribble you can take a shot, you can catch the ball and flick it, you can take a touch and then take a shot. There's so many options, so it's really, really good. Okay. Oh my goodness, the breakout nearly owned gold. That should have definitely been a goal. Get the boost! Oh! Okay. Here you should definitely just be driving into the boost before turning. You see, you're turning very early again. Don't get into the habit of turning too early, because if you turn too early, you have to reverse. If you turn too early, the ball's going to go over your head, especially once you get into a higher rank. You are extremely committed to challenging this ball with no boost. This touch is okay because it was free. Now, the second that you realize you're not getting that boost, you should not be committing so hard to 50-50s and challenges. Don't force challenges like this in the opposition corner if you're in a tie game. Obviously, if you're losing like by 2 goals, you can do this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was gonna say, obviously, if you're losing, you can do this because you got to take the risk. But here, you should not be forcing a challenge. They should have, the other team should have cleared this ball very easily. So they would have. That's what should have happened. Yes, the other team beamed it there. Good realization of the bean, and then somehow, I don't know how, but Yup has missed this. What is Yup doing? Yup, you're in a long cart. You were born for aerials. Oh no, he's just side flipped the wrong way, and then he's just, yeah, he's not feeling too happy about that one. Look at that. This is the classic open net miss, and then just entire life contemplation. So he's contemplating all of his bad decisions up until this point right here. That's what that is. Then he's going to get back into the game. Don't hesitate on your challenges. If you see somebody's trying to make a bounce dribble happen, you've got to tackle them pretty much on the bounce. If they jump into the air and they're following the ball down, the ball's going to bounce. Don't let it bounce and then give them time to do something with it. You've got to step in. Time your challenge to happen as that bounce is going on. Alright, no, we've left ball cam on there as we drive underneath the ball. That's definitely a minor flaw. On the upside, I'm glad you heard that accidental pun. Okay, the infield dribble, I love it. Now where's the pass? There it is. Now where's Yup? He's in Africa, never mind. Well, you could have been ready for this. Usually in 2v2, if your teammate is dribbling, you don't want to look for the pass too much if you're solo queuing, because he's probably not going to pass to you, he's just going to dribble. But this is pre-mid twos. We're in a pre-mid team, so Yup should be making a run here, giving you an option. If he's running around the middle of the field here and you pass this, he can maybe get on the end of it before the other team do. Don't overcommit to taking that option though. Just because your teammate is to your right or to your left and he's there and he's like, pass to me, doesn't mean you should do it. Sometimes it's better to use them as bait and go for something else. Go for another option. Did I script this? Good challenge there. Goal side, fast. I like that. No hesitation. Oh, okay, yeah, we should have dodged there. If you know that you're gonna have to race for a boost, and how do we know? Because we can hear him coming. Got to dodge, got to get that speed boost, and you probably would have had that boost. It would have been close, but there's a good chance you would have had it. Should have picked up that boost as well. Boost. Okay, now we're going back for it. Boost management has definitely fallen off as this game has progressed. So, yeah, a couple of things here to mention. Two things we've talked about already. One of them is if you're the last man back in twos, you should probably be reading the clear more than the 50-50 win here. Because if Yup does win a 50-50, then you're going to have a 50-50 situation with Must Be Nice to get the ball. If he loses a 50-50, you're in a 1v1. So you need to be ready for that 1v1. If you let this guy in on the ball for free, then you're really up against it. Yeah, it's better to play it safe there. Turning early at this like this is definitely not ideal. You're turning early too much. I've said this already, but don't be afraid to drive further back and then make a turn from deeper in the field. And also, if you're going to shadow in this near post area, probably better to face this way. Use that transparent goalpost. Get in here, because then you can see better vision. Instead of being like this and having your camera this way, you're gonna just be like this, and you can see a little bit more to the left. Because your car is going to be facing this way, so you can see a little bit better. As the ball comes across like this, the edge of the box is going to become revealed. Compare that to this. If we move our camera as if we're on ball cam here, as the ball centers itself, that's what's happened to our vision. If we put our car here, the ball centers, that's what's happened to our vision. We get much better vision. We can attack the ball much faster. Okay, I like that we're looking for this this infield dribble a lot. This is really good to practice. If we had been a little bit better here with our positioning coming down off the wall, we would have been on the right hand side of the ball here and flicked it straight to our teammate. So that's something you need to work on. Positioning your car as it comes down off the sidewall is pretty awkward. Okay, oof, okay. Careful not to double commit to this. But yeah, that backflip from Monkey Perfect is exactly what you want. And a good shot by Yup with 1 second left. Can you believe that? What a clutch. I think we have to actually watch that from his POV to give him the glory. Look at that. Wins the 50-50. Gets up for it. Slaps it in. Just a real slapper of a shot. And he's got to be delighted with that. Because he missed an open net earlier. And that's a redemption story. True redemption. Right there. And there we go. Yes, nice job winning the game. Good win there. Excellent replay to send me. I love the open net miss. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Right, Nation, are we doing this now or no? Let's go. Okay, cool. So this is another Tier 3 replay review. Alright, this is a 1v1 from Nation. Let's see what there is to see in this one. So you got that to potentially do. Way too far to the side on that kickoff. When we lose it, let's see if we can do better this time. You know who. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Unfortunately, I don't know who. Okay, so we were a bit off to the side on this kickoff, but we recovered better this time. So this landing is definitely very far off to the side. And if your opponent did a faster kickoff, you would be screwed here. Because he would already have put the ball too far past you. He would hit it to your left, and then he would just barrel through it, and you would lose 100%. Luckily though, he did a slow kickoff as well, so it looks like we're going to win it and get a kickoff goal. Got to be so clean with those kickoff mechanics. That was a messy approach, very, very messy jump. It's much better there. That's very clean, and the outcome's not terrible. It's worth noting at that point that your opponent did go for a push kickoff. See that? He's pushing the ball to the right. So you want to maybe abuse that later by hooking the ball to the left and not being to the right side of the ball. Like to counter this kickoff, the push kickoff, what you want to do is just like, well, pretty much have the line that you do there. This line is perfect for countering the push kickoff in the diagonal. This line here. There's two lines that you want to take. If your opponent is hooking the ball, that's where they're getting round at goal side and taking it to your right hand side in this position, then you want to get goal side and push it. If however they are pushing it, which is when they're on the right hand side of the ball as you're looking at it, and they're just dodging to push it into the opposite side of the field that they spawned in this case your left, then you want to do exactly what you're doing here. Don't be goal side, be a little bit offset and hook into the ball, because then suddenly, where is the median here? If you dodge left and he dodges right, the ball is going to squeeze out this way. So that's how you counter a push kickoff. Your kickoff is literally why you sent the replay in. You got destroyed. Well, there you go. Take a note. He pushed on the diagonal. How do we counter that? We don't come from a straight on goal side. We actually angle our approach a little bit more and hook it. And here, yeah, we just didn't do enough really to threaten him. This is something that players can do now. It's not that hard to double touch. There's lots of training packs. You need to be ready for that. Yeah, you could have actually got up to this in time if you reacted faster. You could still go for that. If you use all 35 of your boost here, which you should, you can easily clear this ball. It's bouncing from a position that you could have got to. Yeah, you could have got up here. And if you're not quite there in time to just dodge into the ball, just jump a little bit off the wall and then dodge, and you can clear this, and you're probably scoring. You have to remember, opponent scored a double touch here, but you could have easily scored a counter-attack goal there if you just predicted his double touch, which is, something you kind of have to do these days. Even if he isn't scoring, like think about this, even if he's not scoring, this is a goal for you if you clear it anywhere into, well, you basically clear this anywhere, just hit this ball. You can probably score because you're going to recover faster because he's currently landing on your back while he's crashing into it, using a lot of boost in the process. You're going to be dodging off the wall, landing in the midfield. Yeah, he's probably pretty happy with himself. Alright, so we lost another kickoff. Look how far off to the side we are on this one. We're way off to the side. Remember that you don't need to be this far off to the side when you're doing kickoffs. You need to be a little bit offset. This is a lot offset. That's really, really offset. And the problem with that is, instead of our car being like here, where we're currently making more impacts on the ball, we're probably it's gonna get away from us. See, like that, just there, the margin is so small. We would have won this kickoff if we were just a tiny bit more to the right before we dodged into it. Just a tiny bit more. You don't want to be too far to the right. Oh dear, oh my goodness, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, this boy somehow missed the ball, and then we didn't get out of the way when he landed. So he got very lucky there. But we could have still stopped it, so it's our own fault. We're on the opposite side. Remember, a lot of players that push on one diagonal hook on the other because they just are more comfortable dodging in a particular direction. That looks like it might be what he's about to do here. Yeah, no, he's front flipped one earth. Well, that's kind of odd. But yeah, you've pushed on the diagonal this time as well. You're pushing on diagonal again. That's what you did last time. Don't be afraid in this position to just roll the ball up the sidewall. It is surprisingly awkward. If you roll the ball up the sidewall here when your opponent is out of his net, obviously if he's in his net, he's going to be like, oh, that's cute. The ball's rolling up sidewall. Very, very cute stuff you've got there. But if he's off his goal line and he's not ready to contest you, which he isn't, if you just get to the right-hand side of the ball here and side flip left to roll it up the sidewall, he's in a pretty awkward spot, funnily enough. Obviously, the mind game is another option, but I would usually throw that in after you've actually outplayed him. You've yet to outplay him with any flicks. So he's probably not too scared of your flicks just yet. What is he doing? And I like that you don't dodge off the wall there. You've put an awkward shot towards the net and we're ready to follow up. We should just be hitting that so much earlier. Just bang this top shelf. He turned away. Yeah, we saw him turn away. He's not ready to challenge. He's literally turned away. You should just poke that and then absolutely slam it top shelf. None of this like hesitation into a half-hearted air roll shot. Poke it, get up, slam it. Don't even think about what he's doing. You're so close that reactive saving is going to be hard regardless. There you go, nice challenge and a finish in an open net. Is going to make us feel a little bit happier about this game. Decent flick again. All I've got to say about this one is, once more, don't be afraid of rolling the ball up that back wall. It is surprisingly awkward to deal with if he's not in a position that he can quickly get up on the back wall himself, which he can't. Don't let the ball get so far away from you when you're starting your bounce dribbles. Like, you don't need a big pop to make a flick on the ball. You hardly need the ball to be off above your car at all for you to be able to flick it. You're taking wide touches here. And really, with this little space to work with, you need to be taking very soft touches. Keep the ball really close to yourself so that you're more likely to get an outplay. Alright, so we're going to shadow this one. That's fine. The one thing to note, though, is at this point, if you're watching a high-level Rocket League game, the play that the player would currently be making is dodging into the midfield. Why is that? It's to put pressure on the ball. You don't really want to get into the habit of doing this, where we're just like, yeah, I'm shadowing, by the way, come at me. Because that is going to lead to you conceding goals to players who are very good at dribbling. Okay, so that is a bit of a change up. We've been going for a lot of flicks, so I like that you're changing it up here. Now, one other option you've got here, if you try to set up a half volley and your first touch doesn't really have that much of a bounce, like right here, we've put that a little bit too much on target. You should probably be sending it off target a little bit more, so we've got a wider angle to run up from, a better bounce to attack. But yeah, if you do bean the first touch and you don't have much of a bounce to work with, just slot yourself under that that right side of the ball with the left side of your car, and then do a boosted side flip, and it'll just accelerate. It's like a flick that accelerates the ball forward. That's what it was. There it is. So you know how to do your little boosted side flip flick. It's pretty useful, huh? Pretty useful from a very low bounce dribble. You don't need a high bounce dribble for a boosted side flip flick. There it is. That was the fastest. Actually, I've got to say, going from me giving advice to seeing it happen in game, that's probably the fastest that's ever happened. And it's in a replay. Who said that my content's scripted? Wasn't me. Love the bump attempt. It's not on target, but I love it. Again, we're not pressuring the ball, though. You got to get out and pressure the ball. And we're now shadowing on the wrong side because he's crossed over the field. This is so awkward. Yeah, you should definitely be using this opportunity to get out into the field, get into the center of the field, get into the center circle, and then when this guy's actually coming at your goal, you could be pretending to challenge him. You could be putting some pressure on the ball. I'm gonna rephrase that and say you're shadowing on your weak side, and that means that you can't mirror his movements because your cars are currently facing in different directions. If you're shadowing on your strong side, your car is usually going to be facing the same direction that your opponent's car is facing. That way, whatever he does, you can also do. However, like this, he's coming at you perpendicular. If he cuts into this ball, it's behind you. If he shoots this ball, there's a moment of there's like one point of intersection. There's not several points of intersection with lots of different angles that you can attack it from. Does that make sense? Like, usually shadowing on your strong side is when you're basically pointing your car is the same way that your opponent is. So we're going for that same fake that we did earlier, and it didn't work earlier, didn't work this time. Gotta say it again. Don't be afraid of getting along beside the ball and side flipping. Yeah, see right here, we could just shoot, honestly. There's an opening at the near post there. You should probably just bang it in there. Just get alongside the ball and side flip. Just boom it in there. Excellent flick. Well done. Abusing his weak side of the... see that? Look at the difference in cars. This is weak side shadowing because he's not parallel to you. If he was parallel to you and he's shadowing, he would be on this side of the goal. And then while you flick it top left, he would make a run to the same corner. But like this... You could put it over his head, weak spot, or you could just wait till he tries to challenge you, because there will be one point of intersection if he's coming at you perpendicular. Very often, if you find yourself weak side shadowing, if you find yourself in that position where you're shadowing on the wrong side of the field, faking a challenge is a good way to get back onto the right side. One, because if they don't bite on the fake challenge, then you're probably good. You can just... well, they're still dribbling, and then you can just start shadowing on your strong side where you're parallel to them but in front. And if they do bite on the fake challenge, then hey, you did a fake challenge. You're already turning away to intercept the direction that they hit the ball. So it's all good. Now, you said actually that you were showing me this for kickoffs. See, you're just on the left side of the ball and you're dodging left. If you're slightly left on the ball, dodge right. If you're slightly right on the ball, dodge left. Always try to get your center of gravity of your car to go through the center of gravity of the ball in kickoffs and 50-50s in general. Alright, so we're not exerting much pressure on the ball once again. So you're driving forward, that's good, that's ball pressure, but you've taken too long to do it. We've hesitated, then we've driven off the line when we should be turning back. Now we're turning back when we should already be in position. Now we're finally in position when he should have scored, and now we've missed the ball when we should be hitting it. A lot of things are happening too late there. And it's mostly because you don't know. You're not automatically positioning correctly. Look at that. Your opponent did it first try. He's, instead of backing off all the way, he gets a boost immediately before even checking. He's already turning around to exert some ball pressure, and he's now shadowing on a strong side. That's some commendable defense right there. He's faked a challenge, and now he's going to come back in for the real challenge. And if it wasn't for that very fortunate touch that you got, that might have just been a goal. Remember I told you that if you're going to be impacting the ball from the left side, dodge right. Like, although you're on the right side of the pitch here, you're actually hitting the left side of the ball. See that? We're actually a little bit offset, because this is the way that we know he's going to try and get the ball past us. And now we hook it. We dodge to the right. You dodge to the right here, you've won the kickoff. But what did we do? We dodged to the left. No! We dodged to the left. We didn't dodge the right way. So always pay attention to what direction your opponent is dodging on particular kickoffs. The diagonal is the one that is the most volatile. If they're pushing on the diagonal, it's very easy to counter. If they're hooking on the diagonal, it's harder to counter, but you can still counter it. Just by mirroring, you got to just block their line a little bit more, and then make sure that your car is mirroring their dodge while blocking them. That's how pretty much the TLDR. So that flick would have been better if it was a side flip flick instead of a diagonal front flip flick. You notice why is because as you dodge the front end of the car, first thing that the front end of the car does is lean down into the ball. And that's not good, because then when the right side of the car is rotating over, because obviously when you diagonal dodge, your car is rotating in 2 axes simultaneously. But the front right of your car doesn't get the same lift on the ball that it would have if you side flipped. More kickoffs where we're pretty much, well, this time we're pretty much dead center, so we didn't really have any side here. And we've dodged away from the ball again. The center of gravity of the ball is not what we're hitting with this kickoff. See that? Our point of impact, we're on the right hand side of the ball and we're dodging to the right. If you're on the right hand side of the ball, you've got to dodge left or you're going to get crushed. He's doing a much better job of that than you are. Oh dear. We're just too slow here. Not enough boost used. You see that we've only hit supersonic like at the last second. You should be hitting supersonic earlier there. And when you notice that your opponent is this far, if your opponent is that far off to the right or to the left of the ball, as we're looking at it, push it to his weak side. Just go right here. But we're just way too slow. Not sure. Did he do a fast kickoff here? If he does a fast kickoff, you should be able to. Yeah, he does. he does do a fast kickoff, but you should easily be able to shut this down. If your kickoff is losing or not hitting the ball, when somebody does a fast kickoff, your kickoff is way too slow. It's just too slow on the approach. See that? You just let go of boost a little bit too soon. The trick with the diagonal dodge kickoff is you can actually boost a little bit into the kickoff, or a little bit into the dodge, and your boost is still going to be accelerating you in the right direction. Pay attention to the way that or the direction the car is facing when you dodge here. See there? The boost is always pointing behind you, so you can actually boost the entire way through a diagonal dodge kickoff, and your boost is going to be pointing in the right direction. Oh, okay. Again, that side flip. Where's the side flip? He's in a really awkward position. Just get that ball, side flip it up the side wall. Just side flip it up that wall instead of pushing it straight into him. He is really making such a meal of this. What is he doing? What is Fnader doing? He's made such a meal of that. He could have had the easiest defense of his life if he just waited in the goal instead of coming off in an awkward position. Okay, he's faked the challenge from super close. Demo him. Kill him. Alright, we might go a bump there. Get the goal. Yes, okay, good. And he's not only that, but he's giving you a chance to get a kickoff goal equalizer. Oh, the scenes if you get a kickoff goal equalizer here. And he's done it. He approached on the right side of the ball, just a little bit to the right, and he dodged left. Thought I'd never see the day. Right, don't beat it. Oh no! Oh! Oh my goodness, Nation. With the huge play, he's thinking, you know, I could just get a kickoff goal here. I could get a normal kickoff goal. But that'll mean there's still 2 seconds left in the clock. That means we've got another kickoff in regulation time before the overtime kickoff goal. Why not let the clock go to 0 before scoring? Alright, how do we do that? Force the own goal. There it is. Double touch into the centre ball own goal. Beautiful setup. Look at that. Read the double touch. I don't even know what to say. Incredible stuff by Nation. And also now, as if a kickoff goal isn't bad enough, how tilted is Fnader? He's so tilted. Not only has he just lost a kickoff goal, well, not only has he lost one goal by pussying out of an open net and then getting counter-attacked and scored on with 5 seconds left, but he's also lost a kickoff goal. Not only that, he's also scored an own goal. That is going to be the most tilting experience of his life. And now all that Nation has to do is pretty much hit the ball and kick off. His opponent's just going to roll over and die. Surely it is in the bag. Never mind. That wouldn't be a good script, would it? Alright, don't beat it. You're missing a few boost pads here. Okay, we're not really applying much pressure on the ball. Oh, we're hesitating so much. Oh no, he's faked it. Why? Why? Oh, there's just so many mistakes here. So the kickoff was rubbish to start with. We still haven't realized that this guy's pushing literally every kickoff in the diagonal. We can counter that by just dodging to the right here and winning. We dodge to the right, we win this kickoff, but we didn't. We dodged forward. We were pretty low in the hitbox actually, so we might have beamed it. Yeah, you could probably pick up the big boost there. If not, definitely pick up one more small boost. And yeah, you probably want to get into a shadowing position here. Fake a challenge shadow. If he shoots, you can save it. If he takes a touch, then you're kind of in an awkward spot. But at least you've made him take a touch, and he's taking away his own angle as he does so. Instead, you've just put yourself in the weirdest position ever, and then you've been like, hey, let's just flip past the ball. So yeah, massive hesitation. At this point, we're in a perfect line to challenge. If you want to block a potential flick and a potential fake at the same time, get on the opposite side of the ball from your opponent and flip directly through the ball. That's exactly what we're seeing right here. If he flicks this, we can just make ourselves as big as possible, probably get a block. And if he fakes it, hey, we're dodging into the ball anyway, no big deal. Instead, we've just dodged past the ball. Who knows why? Just wanted some pasta. Like, you see, our line is perfect. All we need to do here is hit the ball. Like, what can he do? Like, he has zero shooting angle. There is zero shot. There's no opening for him here. Absolutely none. He can hit the post, but we're not too worried about that. All we have to do here is flip into the ball and we're good. I only highlight this not just to have a laugh at Nation, who has somehow managed to bean this, but to try and help you guys not get faked as much. If you're getting faked too much, you're probably not trying to tackle from the opposite side of the ball that your opponent is on. That means that you need to go for a flying block, because if you're not coming from the opposite side of the ball, then suddenly your opponent has an angle to put it past you, and you need to dodge into that space to block the angle that is opened up for them. All in all, great game though. That was fantastic. You definitely did ask for it. Kickoffs, hopefully that's helping your kickoff a little bit. I did talk about kickoffs pretty extensively because you did ask me to do so. So hopefully that was helpful. As for everyone else, that was a good laugh, wasn't it? That was a good way to finish the stream.